Hey, what's up everyone? It is Thais here. So today I want to discuss the movie Nappily Ever After. I'm sure a lot of you guys seen it. It's been about 2 days since it came out on Netflix. And since it's a common interest, it's about hair and black girls with their hair. I'm sure, you know, it's very relatable to talk about it and have a discussion. So I was so happy to see that Sanaa Lathan was the star. And that made me even more interested in the movie because I just love her since loving basketball, since watching that movie. I don't know, I just can't get enough of her. But let's talk about the movie though. So I feel like the message was very clear. The message was very great. The message was very important, especially for our generation, and being that, you know, now we're starting to overcome a lot of our limiting beliefs about our natural hair. And you know, the beginning was so relatable. Like, I just felt the beginning was very emotional provoking. You know, it provoked a lot of emotion because a lot of us grew up with moms that shunned our natural hair and told us that, you know, straight hair is better, and having our hair neat, you know, not just natural hair, because even when we would like get the little braids and the barrettes, you know, keeping our hair neat throughout the day was so important to our moms. And I felt like that message was so important because as black women, I feel like we put so much importance on our hair being well kept that, you know, it stops us from really living life and enjoying life. Like, so many times I go to the beach and see girls afraid to get in the water, don't, you know, just sitting by the pool with a full face of makeup and their weave, and they don't want to wet their face or their hair. And you know, the message at the beginning was just so relatable, and it just starts out with that shock, and that's what I loved about the movie. So the movie overall, I felt like the movie was good. To me, I really enjoyed the movie. The scene, so let's talk about that scene with the relaxer. Oh my goodness, I was just so horrified when she said she was under the dryer and her hair was burning. I was like, oh my goodness, I know that's a relaxer. She talking about, I mean, the stylist was talking about that's a conditioner that they put in her hair. I knew that must have hurt. Like, imagine sitting under a dryer with a chemical. The chemical already burnt without heat. That's crazy. So what I can say for my favorite character in the movie was the little girl. I just love her. She had like so much confidence. She was so sassy. You know, she seemed very smart. I was sort of surprised to see her stealing though. Like, I wouldn't have expected that from her, being that she grew up with such high standards with her father. So that scene was like kind of strange seeing that. I was like, okay. Why did they put that in there? I don't know. That's how I felt about the scene. The relationship with the boyfriend, Violet's boyfriend, and her thinking he was gonna propose, I feel like it was like so typical. I don't know, I just feel like it was really elementary to put in a movie. Like, how many times are we gonna get that scene in the movie? But it was sort of predictable. Like, from she was making the plans and she was like, oh, he's gonna propose and I have to get my hair done, I have to go through all of this. I sort of knew he wasn't gonna propose in a way because I seen it so much from films. Yeah, and just seeing like Violet go through different stages with her hair and still not being satisfied. You know, she went through the bleaching phase, she went through the wig phase, the straightening phase, and then when she finally cut all her hair and, you know, she felt that sense of freedom and going to work and facing everyone. So I really love when she was getting close to the hairstylist. I love that. I love that. I really wish they would have stayed together. Like, I was expecting them to like settle down and be a couple. I didn't understand why she left him though. I felt like it was unclear. Like, he just walked out the party because her mom, he wasn't up to standards for her mom. And then it felt like she didn't like put in any effort to explain to him or defend him in a way. I felt like she just let him walk out and then she went back to the boyfriend. Like, and then that confused me too with the boyfriend. You left her because you say, oh, she's too perfect, she never lets her hair down, and as soon as she lets her hair down, you want to come back in the picture and propose, and she accepts his proposal, and then all of a sudden at the wedding he's like, oh, I want you to do something with your hair. I want you to straighten your hair. But why come back? Why come back and propose to her? You seen her rocking her short, curly hair, and you said you love the new her, and she's much more freer than, you know, the self-absorbed, always put together version of herself. But then you want to come back and tell her to do the opposite just to please you and your family. Like, that didn't make no sense. I don't even know why she went back to him. I have no idea. That was sort of confusing. I didn't really like how it ended with her going back to that and then having to break off from him again, call off the wedding. Like, that didn't make sense at all. But the part where she jumped into the pool at her wedding, and you know, she went upstairs and had that little self-reflection with herself and really learned to live from her own standards and beliefs, that was so beautiful for me. It really brought up a lot of positive emotions, just seeing her go down there and saying, you know, forget everything, forget how everyone feel, I'm gonna jump in this water and mess up my gown and my hair, I don't really care anymore. And just seeing everyone follow suit with her, that was such a uplifting, positive message. I love that part. I don't know, it just gave me so much high feelings. My vibration was really high just seeing that. I was so happy, and then just seeing everyone just follow her. But you know, life is like that a lot of times, because a lot of times when we decide to do something, people come around when they see your confidence and they see that you're actually happy with your choices and you owning it. That's when people come around and actually support you, and they actually follow you. When they see your confidence, they actually leave their beliefs and do what you're doing, because they're like, okay, this person is finding so much joy in doing this thing, let me do it too. So I feel like that scene really provided a visual representation that when we truly love something, the world around us would reflect that love we have as well. So that scene was my favorite part. Seeing the hairstylist though, I was pretty disappointed she didn't get with the hairstylist. Like, I just felt like, I don't know why I felt that way, and I wanted them together. I just felt like it was so perfect. I don't know, I just felt like it was just so perfect, being that he's into like the natural hair, and he's so positive about his daughter, the way he was raising his daughter to love her natural hair, and he's into like making the whole natural hair product. I don't know, maybe it was just a fairy tale thing for me, but I truly expected them to be together. The ending was a bit abrupt. I know people were saying that the ending, it just ended like suddenly. I felt like it sort of did, but the message was still there. I feel like throughout the whole movie, the message was very consistent. So I didn't feel like it ended too abrupt. I don't know, I just wanted a little bit more, and I wanted a little bit more chemistry between the hairstylist and Violet though. Yeah guys, so that was my thoughts on Nappily Ever After. I'm happy that I watched it, and Sanaa did a very great job at being the star in the movie. It was put together. It didn't feel cheap. It didn't feel low budget. It definitely felt like a Netflix original movie. Netflix really put out some quality movies lately. Their Netflix originals are going off. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think about the movie. Did you see it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Yeah, so don't forget to give this video a rating, and I will see you in my next video. Subscribe for weekly videos. Bye bye everyone.